Are you unknowingly turning women off without realizing it? Avoid these 6 major mistakes that nice guys make, which sabotage their chances with women. Attraction is not about perfection. It's about confidence, boundaries, and authenticity. Stick around and I'll show you how to fix it. Mistake number 1, always trying to please. This is probably one of the most common pitfalls for nice guys. They believe that being overly accommodating, showering a woman with compliments, and bending over backward for her will earn her affection. You might think you're being charming or thoughtful, but what you're actually projecting is desperation. Women don't want a man who seems like he's working overtime to win their approval. Why? Because it signals a lack of self-worth. If you're constantly putting her on a pedestal, she's going to wonder why you don't value yourself enough to stay grounded. It also creates an awkward dynamic where it feels like you're chasing her, and no one likes the feeling of being chased relentlessly. Think about this. Confidence is about balance. It's okay to be kind and attentive, but you don't need to go out of your way to prove you're worthy. Women are drawn to men who are comfortable in their skin, not those who need validation from others. When you're genuine and relaxed, you allow the interaction to flow naturally. So, stop trying so hard to please. Instead, focus on creating a connection that feels effortless and mutual. Mistake number 2, acting transactional. Here's the thing about transactional behavior. It might seem subtle to you, but it's glaringly obvious to her. You might think, if I'm nice enough, she'll like me back, or if I do X for her, she'll give me Y. This mindset is not only manipulative, but also completely counterproductive. Women can sense when your kindness or attention comes with strings attached. Being transactional reduces the connection to a business deal rather than a genuine bond. She'll start to feel like you're only interested in her as a means to an end, whether that's her affection, validation, or something more physical. When a woman picks up on this, her attraction plummets. Why? Because no one likes to feel like they're being bought. Instead of trying to get something in return, focus on giving freely. Be kind because you want to be kind. Be attentive because it brings you joy to connect with someone, not because you're hoping to gain her approval. When your actions come from a place of authenticity, women will naturally respond to that energy. Mistake number 3, being too awestruck by her beauty. Physical attraction is natural. No one's denying that. But when you let her beauty completely disarm you, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage. Nice guys often fall into this trap. They see a beautiful woman and immediately place her on a pedestal, acting as though she's flawless and untouchable. This mindset does 2 things. First, it puts unnecessary pressure on her to live up to your idealized version of her. Second, it lowers your own value in the interaction because you're essentially saying, "You're out of my league." Women don't want to feel like they're unattainable trophies. They want to connect with someone who sees them as real people. The reality is that beauty is just one part of who she is. If you're so blinded by her looks that you can't even take the time to understand her personality, values, or interests, you're doing both of you a disservice. Take a step back and remind yourself, attraction is about more than appearances. Get to know her for who she truly is, not the idealized version of her you've created in your head. Mistake number 4, overthinking your words. This mistake is a silent killer of attraction because it's all about what you don't say. Nice guys often overanalyze every word that comes out of their mouths, trying to ensure they don't offend, come off as awkward, or say the wrong thing. While it's fine to be thoughtful, this level of self-censorship can make conversations feel stiff and unnatural. Here's the truth. Women appreciate authenticity far more than perfection. When you're constantly filtering yourself, it creates a sense of discomfort, both for you and for her. It's like you're walking on eggshells, and that's not fun for anyone. On the other hand, confident men speak freely. They're not afraid to make a joke that might fall flat or share an opinion that might not be universally popular. This doesn't mean you should be rude or inconsiderate, but it does mean you should relax and let the conversation flow. If you make a mistake, own it. If you stumble over your words, laugh it off. Women are drawn to men who can handle themselves with ease, even when things don't go perfectly. Mistake number 5, not setting boundaries. This one is huge. Nice guys often sacrifice their own needs, values, and self-respect in an effort to keep a woman happy. They let her cancel plans at the last minute without consequences, tolerate disrespect, or accept behavior that doesn't align with their own standards, all because they're afraid of losing her. But here's the harsh reality: if you don't respect yourself, she won't respect you either. Women are naturally attracted to men who have strong boundaries. It shows that you know your worth and aren't willing to compromise it for anyone. Setting boundaries doesn't mean being rude or confrontational. It's about communicating what you're willing to tolerate and standing firm in those decisions. For example, if she cancels plans repeatedly, let her know that you value your time and won't continue making arrangements if she can't commit. When you establish boundaries, you're showing her that you're not desperate, and that's incredibly attractive. Mistake number 6, fearing boldness. Nice guys often hesitate to make a move because they don't want to come across as too intense. They keep things friendly, hoping the woman will eventually take the lead. Spoiler alert, most women won't. While women might send subtle signals of interest, they rarely make the first move outright. That's your job. When you avoid taking the lead, you risk falling into the dreaded friend zone. Women want a man who can confidently guide the interaction from friendly to flirtatious. This doesn't mean you have to be pushy or inappropriate. It's about recognizing the signals she's giving you and escalating the connection in a natural way. For example, if she's laughing at your jokes, maintaining eye contact, or finding ways to be close to you physically, these are signs she's open to more. Take the initiative. Lean in a little closer during the conversation, lightly touch her arm, or find a moment to express your interest more directly. The key is to be respectful but assertive. Women are drawn to men who know what they want and aren't afraid to go after it. As you can see, these 6 mistakes all stem from a common theme: a lack of confidence. Whether it's overcompensating, overthinking, or hesitating to take action, these behaviors create a dynamic where you're constantly seeking validation instead of leading with self-assuredness. Women are naturally drawn to men who exude confidence, not arrogance, but the quiet, grounded confidence of someone who knows their worth. So, how do you fix these mistakes? Start by shifting your mindset. Understand that attraction isn't about being perfect or doing everything right. It's about being authentic, respectful, and confident. Practice setting boundaries, speaking freely, and taking the lead when the moment is right. Over time, these habits will become second nature, and you'll find that your interactions with women become more effortless and fulfilling. Remember, the goal isn't to change who you are, it's to stop sabotaging yourself with behaviors that don't serve you. When you embrace your authentic self, you'll naturally attract the kind of connection you're looking for. So, take these lessons to heart and start putting them into practice. The results will speak for themselves.